evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. Thank you very much. I just wanted to welcome everybody to our second annual Noboleis wine dinner by the Nolan family, as we all know here, of course, at our pub. I just wanted to go briefly over what the menu is going to be. Brendan, the winemaker of Noboleis Vineyards, will of course go over the entire process of what he does with the wines and the grapes and the terroir and all those kind of good things. Then, of course, Mr. and Mrs. Nolan are going to have a little bit of things to say about the winery, of course. I just want to wish you all welcome here. We're very happy to have this large group. We're almost 80. We're planning on 60, so whenever we go over that number, we're always very happy. So, of course, everybody welcome, and thank you so much for being here. It's great to see all these members over here. It's wonderful. We're going to start the first course with a rouleau vent, and if you don't know what that is, that's a puff pastry shell. That is comes with caramelized duck breast. It comes with mushrooms, and it's sautéed with garlic and herbs, and then comes in this Equal View demi-glace, which is actually one of the first wines. And like I said, I will not go too much in details of it. I'll leave that up all for Brandon and for Mr. and Mrs. Nolan. The second course is a pan-seared scallops served on baby greens with Grand Marnier, marinated melon, red delicious apples, julienne beets, and it's served with a citrus vinaigrette. It also has some fresh mozzarella cheese on it, candy pecans, and sun-dried tomato. So I had to cheat there a little quickly. Then the third course, we are serving the sea salt seared Kobe flank steak with a blackberry balsamic demi-glace, served over toasted Jubana croutons with an au gratin potato, baby carrots, and petite green beans, haricot verts. And last but not least, we serve a little bit of dessert, and that will be a strawberry raisin tart with a macadamia nut crust, coconut ice cream with a frosted ginger snap cookie garnish. So I think we'll be in for a wine treat. Myself, I'll be trying to serve the first wine, and then I'm going to turn it over now to Mr. Nolan. Hope you have a wonderful experience and enjoy.
Well, let me add my welcome for myself and Lou. We are so excited to be hosting this for the second year in a row, and the wonderful turnout. It's been just fantastic. We're excited. We don't do this because we want to sell a lot of wine in Florida or something. We do this really this year, what we've done for the last 8 years with this venture, with our friends here. And we're really excited that you reciprocate by coming to this. So it's really, it's been a great experience for us to do this. We really want to thank Harmon and Chef Robert for the wonderful job they did of putting together this menu in conjunction with Lou and I and with Brandon. I think you'll enjoy it. I think it'll pair well with our wines, and we look forward to it. The other thing I'd like to do is introduce you to a couple of folks here. My wife, Lou, of course, most of you know. And the gentleman standing over there taking pictures of this is Rob Nolan, my son, who is joining us. And also Brandon Dixon, who many of you have met over the years, who is our winemaker. Noboleis Vineyards is a real family affair. Of course, Lan and I are the owners. The name actually comes from the surnames of ourselves and our married daughters. So it's Nolan is the first N-O, part of the Noboleis. Newbold is our oldest daughter, and we picked up the B-O-L from the Newbold. And then our youngest daughter is Geis, Angie Geis. And Lou put that all together about 8 years ago, and I said, what? I said, okay, this is a good working title. And it just sort of grew, and we got used to it, and we're in a German community in Augusta, Missouri, which, by the way, is the first recognized American viticulture area in the United States, is the Augusta, Missouri appellation, which is where we are at. And long history of wine, and we're excited about, just like the German settlers who came in the early 19th century and took one look at the Missouri River Valley and said, this would be a great place to plant some nice wine. And they did, and by the end of the 19th century, we were the second largest producing state in the country. So we have a long history. I hope you enjoyed the wines. And with that, I will... Oh, one other thing. We do this for fun. We do this to share this with you. But if you'd like to buy some of our wine, we don't do it to sell it, but if we do sell wine. And so there is the opportunity to buy some of our wines, some of which are noted on those little sheets, which ones we served this year. Last year there were 5 other wines that we served that we didn't duplicate. And some of you may remember those, and some of you bought some of those last year too. So I think we're, during the dinner or after the dinner, we can certainly take orders for wines, and what we're doing is including shipping. There's some discounts if you buy a little bit larger quantities, etc. So thank you very much for that, and with that, I will turn it over to Brandon.
All right, I'm going to be the third and last person to welcome you. And thank you for coming. This is so exciting to do this the second year in a row, and hopefully many more to come. I see lots of familiar faces. How many people were here last year for the first dinner? Yeah, so a third maybe? Yeah, very nice. And lots of new faces, so thanks for coming out. It's a time of year when I know everybody is crazy busy down here, and it's good to get you out here. We decided to do all new wines this year. So if you were here last year, you're going to get to try all new stuff. And actually, 3 of those wines aren't even released at the winery yet. So you will be the first public to actually get to taste them. All the white wines were actually labeled by hand, just right before I shipped them down here. So if you get a hold of a bottle, it's a little crooked, it's my fault. All right, so on to why you're here, food and wine. Our first wine tonight is our 2010 Steepleview. It gets its name from, if you watch the video behind me, you'll see a church in here every now and then. The predominant grape variety, and this is a French-American hybrid called Chambourcin. And if you stand up at the crest of the hill where our tasting room is, and you look out over the Chambourcin field, you'll see the Catholic Church steeple poking up in the background. It's very, very nice. And you'll hear the bells toll every hour. It's heaven. But so we named it that. It is a very light style, off-dry red wine. We made this wine to be a great food wine. It was done in stainless steel, so it's not going to be a big, heavy, oaky kind of red wine. It's going to be light, it'll be much fruitier. But the Chambourcin grape has a nice earthiness to it. So you'll notice that it's paired with the duck. And we did the reduction with the Steepleview wine, so that's going to pair nicely with the mushroom. And the caramelization there is going to make that duck just a little bit sweeter. And this wine does have just a touch of a residual sugar. Balances out the acidity with a lot of different foods, because we try to make this a great food wine. So hopefully you'll find this pairing to be great. Typically when I do a wine dinner, I sit down with the chef, we talk about what we're going to do, and he makes stuff, and we run through it, and we go back and forth. Well, being so far away, I didn't get the chance to do this, so he just sent me a menu, and I said, yeah, maybe make this change, looks great. So I'm excited to try this too. I hope you are as well. Enjoy your evening.